Hey everyone, so this is going to be a really different video than the ones that I have previously posted. Don't mind me, I'm actually recording from my iPhone, so if I'm looking in this direction, that's kind of like more on the side that I'm sitting on, so let's just get past that. I'm actually going to be doing dinner tonight. I plan on making a creamy butter garlic sauce over grilled chicken, so just join me and hopefully you learn a new recipe. Okay, so the first thing that I did was chop up some garlic, and I chopped up about 4 cloves of garlic, and I actually left them in pretty decent sized chunks. They're not really minced, not finely chopped. Just a rough chop will do because they actually will shrink down when you cook them. And I also have my grill on over here. I just have it on warm right now because I want to season my chicken before I put it on here. That way it already has its own flavored seasoning. Okay, so I already have my thinly sliced chicken breasts already cut up, washed, and ready to be seasoned. The seasonings that I'm going to be using today are lemon pepper, garlic salt, and adobo without pepper because I like to add my own pepper as it's cooking. So I'm simply going to take the lemon pepper and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top. I'm trying to do this with one hand, but okay. And then I'm also going to take the garlic salt and sprinkle it over the same topping. Okay. So I'm going to make sure this is all in the frame. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip the chicken over so I could get to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah, no, you don't have to answer that. Okay, so now on the back, I'm actually going to take the adobo and I'm going to get the rest with that. Okay, now that should give it its own nice flavor, and the salt from the garlic salt, what salt really does that a lot of people don't realize is salt actually takes the water out of your meats or vegetables or anything. That's why if you put vegetables inside of a pot with salt, it actually shrivels them up, and you'll notice that there's more condensation. So now that that's all seasoned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these on the grill. Okay, so I now have my grill set on about 250, and I placed my seasoned chicken on the grill, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move over to the stove and I'm going to get the sauce started. Okay, so now I just put about 2 tablespoons of butter inside of a pan, and I have it on, if you have a propane stove, I would put it on about medium heat, and if you have an electric stove, I have it on number 5 dial. And I just have that melting, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in the garlic once that's done melting. Okay, so I did go ahead and I threw my garlic in, and that's still on number 5 dial, and I just have that going around with a wooden spoon, and I'm just going ahead and letting that kind of simmer into the butter. In this recipe, the base in it really is a lot of butter, so I did take out a whole stick. Like I said, I only took about 2 tablespoons off and let that melt just to simmer up the garlic, and then we'll go ahead toward the middle of this and throw in the rest of the butter, give or take, depending on how much we have. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to grab some minced garlic, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon inside of this pan also. Okay, so now that I have that in, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to let all that just bundle up together, all that garlic, and you should smell a lot of garlic in the air. I happen to cook with a lot of garlic in most of my dishes, so we're going to go ahead and let that brown up a little bit, and then we're going to throw in the rest of the butter and squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice. Okay, so I went ahead and I put in 4 small slices of butter. I didn't measure. I'm terrible at measuring. I don't ever measure anything. And I'm just going to let that go ahead and melt down before I squeeze in the lemon juice, and you should smell tons of garlic. While you're letting this melt, go ahead and flip your chicken over that you had on the grill on the other side of the kitchen. Okay, so now adding to this, I have a glass of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I'm just going to go ahead and dump that in. And then give that a good mix. and let that soak in as well, and bring that back up to a boil. Being that my lemons were cold, it's going to take a second to boil back up, and I'll be back when it's ready. Okay, now that we have all of that boiling together, I went ahead and I added the rest of the butter, which should only be about another tablespoon or so. I went ahead and I add that in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some milk, just a very small bit at first. Okay. Then we're going to mix that in. You can always substitute milk for heavy cream. Some people like to use half and half. I just like to get that all mixed in. And I just use milk that way. It's hand on hand and never have to worry about needing anything else. And I don't use half and half in my creamer. In my coffee, sorry. Okay, so now that we have that little bit of milk added in, let's go ahead and add a little bit more. We don't want to kill the butter and garlic flavoring, so we're just going to go ahead and knead that in. Is this in focus? Yes. Okay. Now, this is a very important step. I have 1 tablespoon of flour. So we're going to go ahead and get that in there. This will go in. Really nice. Okay, let's just go ahead and dump it in there then. And do it like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and mix that in. What that's going to do is flour actually thickens it and makes it a creamy sauce. Okay. You got to move quick because you don't want it to burn. I still have it on 5 heat. Okay, and once you've completed that step, go ahead and add in the chicken that you had on the grill and just add it right into this pan. Move it around, mix it around. And that's going to soak up all those flavors and get that all nicely blended and mixed in. Okay, and that chicken's all well mixed up, and now we're just going to go ahead and let that simmer in for a good 2-3 minutes or so, just to get that chicken really absorbed with all that butter, lemon, and garlic. And I'll return when it's time to be plated. Okay, now I plated my food, and all I did was make some green beans. I added a little bit of the butter garlic juice that was inside of the pan with the chicken. I added that over my green beans with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I added a little bit of salt and pepper to my chicken as well. And this is my dish. Usually I would have it over pasta with more sauce. But it's only me tonight. My husband and my 2 children are over at my in-laws' house. So it's just me eating tonight. So that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed that recipe. I know it's one of our favorites in the house. Keep in mind that not everybody likes the same thing. Not everybody has the same taste. If you didn't like it, there will be plenty of other videos. I do have a lot of videos coming up, such as what is in my children's Easter basket, a lot of DIYs for the holiday. I like to do a lot of creative things with my son. So there'll be tons of more videos coming up, cooking, breakfast, baking. So let me know how you liked it. If you did try this recipe, until next time, bye.